Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bite the Arrow, in which, you all know by now, I pick off shelf a Arrow video title, give it a watch and give you my quick, unedited thoughts on it. So tonight's movie was Phenomena, which is a 1985 movie by the maestro himself, Dario Argento. So, a little bit of, not cheating. I've seen this film before. So I've seen this film before and I really wanted to watch it again. So hence why I've watched it tonight as part of the Arrow. There's loads of other titles to pick from in my collection, but I really wanted to revisit Phenomena because it's been a few years since I've seen it. So, this for movie, I'm not going to give away too much of the plot because I really want people to go into this knowing as little as possible. Because that's how I went into it, not knowing a lot. It was when I was discovering Argento and watching a lot of his movies, Suspiria, Tenebrae, and actually getting into his filmography. And this was one which I knew nothing about when I watched it. So, in essence, it's based in Switzerland, and it follows a girl called Jennifer. I forget her last name. She's a daughter of a famous American actor, and she's sent to this Swiss boarding school. And as the story unfolds, Jennifer sleepwalks. So one night upon sleepwalking, she witnesses a murder. Because happening in this Swiss town, there is a murderer going around killing off young girls. So it's kind of like it's not kind of, it is a giallo movie, the typical black gloves and the weapon, it's all that. And the opening, especially when the first girl is taken off with the slow-mo head through the glass and the decapitation and the way the head rolls into the waterfall. Beautiful shot movie, the waterfall scene in the opening of this movie is fantastic. So on that, it is such a well shot. It looks beautiful. It's one of them films you can just really relax into in the cinematography and the way it's shot. I must admit, I really do like the way it looks. So, Jennifer, as she goes through the movie, you learn she shows this telekinesis, and she basically has a connection with insects. So she learns that she has this kind of this connection, the ability to control insects, and I'll leave it at that because the endings, it plays into the film later on, and as you would expect, you show it, you use it. So, and as she is out and about, she stumbles across, I forget the actual official name of his profession, an entomologist or something like that. Basically, Donald Pleasant's character is a doctor who studies insects, and he's helping the police because he can age a corpse by the amount of rot and maggots. So if a maggot's been on it, it's from a fly landed on the carcass, laying an egg, which then becomes a maggot, and you can date rotting flesh from the stage of which it's decomposing. So she finds and kind of befriends Donald Pleasant's character. And Donald Pleasant is fantastic in this. It's a bit of a different... Well, I say different. He plays a doctor and he plays a Dr. Loomis. So, but certainly wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair. And randomly his carer is a chimpanzee. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Honestly, chimpanzee. So, and that's all I'm going to leave it. Because I think the best way to explore giallos is not know anything about it. So this, to me, just to summarise, is a brave supernatural giallo, which has an ending well worth the wait. It's not the most goriest. There is some great gore deaths in, but it's not throughout. People may struggle with the pacing in the middle act, but I certainly recommend the end sequence. It's certainly worth the wait. And I found it extremely enjoyable. It's got an absolute crazy soundtrack and score. The score is very haunting, very beautiful. But then it will throw in Iron Maiden Motorhead tracks, which really just jump out at you and are heavy hitting. So, like I said, I really have a good time in this movie. I've, like I said, watched it a few times, and I will continue to watch this movie. I can certainly go back to it. So it has a great rewatchability. So, in summary then, I'm going to give it a solid 3 arrows out of 5. I may even push on another day to 4, but I'm going to stick with 3 out of 5 because it's It's a good entrance in his filmography, but not his best. But I think if you join him for his supernatural giallo ride and you just roll with it, there's a good time to be had. So there we go, my quick review on Phenomena. So yep, please like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you again soon for another episode of Bite the Arrow. Cheers.